So it's 20 minutes, is that correct?
Yeah.
So we go 5 minutes,
20 to 25.
Oh, did you get this working before? Oh, just go for it. It's not as necessary.
Okay, aloha class, good afternoon. Aloha. So today we're going to learn about something interesting that probably all of you are experiencing it before. And I want you to see all of these beautiful pictures on the board. Can you turn off the light, please? All right, so it's Eiffel Tower, Tahitian woman dancing, India, Japan, Peru, and China, the Great Wall. Okay, so everyone, before we start, I'm going to give you this note card. And I want you to write down 2 places that you have been visited in the past and 2 places that you want to go in the future. I'll give you about 10 seconds to write it down.
Sorry, can you repeat the...
2 places that you have been visited in the past and 2 places that you want to go in the future.
It doesn't have to be foreign countries. It can be different states or cities.
Yes.
Or
Just outside from your hometown, outside from homeland, whatever there is. Okay, who needs more time? Give you a few more seconds. Okay, let's share it, shall we? Eva, what do you write down there?
Well, in the past, I visited Costa Rica and Hawaii.
Oh.
I'm still visiting here. And in the future, I want to visit Argentina and Asia. because I
Okay.
like change.
Awesome, awesome. So why do you want to go there?
Because now I know so many people from Asia.
Cool.
And Argentina because actually last night at the PCC, I met one girl. She lived in Austria for a year. She's from Argentina.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of made me think, I want to go to Argentina.
Oh, great. Thank you very much. Marsha?
I visited Singapore
Mm-hmm.
and Philippines,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to go to China and probably somewhere in the mainland like Utah.
Okay. All right. So what did you like about Singapore?
Singapore was probably the best vacation I've ever taken because just the food, the places, it's just very
Diverse, yeah.
diverse and there's a lot of tourist attractions.
Yeah, I've been there once, so yeah.
Singapore is just like a modern city. Philippines, I didn't get to see much of it. I'd like to visit it again.
Okay.
But yeah, Philippines is more, I guess, I can see similarities to my own home.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to go visit China just because my ancestors are from there. And I would definitely like to actually maybe teach English or do something in China just to develop both my teaching skills and I want to learn Mandarin.
Mm-hmm.
And Utah because, well, I want to see the conference one day.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you for your participation. It's moving on now. Mayumi is going to explain
Okay.
next session.
Yeah, everyone. So, who can guess today's topic? What do you think today's topic is? Culture? Traveling? Diversity? Language? Yeah. Okay, so actually the one person was correct. So today we want to talk about travel experience. So since we all of us, we have a travel experience because you're here in Hawaii. So I'd love to ask you one question, but before I'm going to ask a question, I want to make you a group. So you can try to be in your group, so you know already your group probably. So try to make a sit with your group. Yeah, it's your group. Sit together. Yeah. Try to be closer and sit together that you can have discussion. Okay? And so before I'm going to ask the question, we have role here, okay? So while someone talking, not talking, so just trying to listen carefully what they're saying. And also, if you want to take notes what they're saying, you can take notes because we want to use your idea later, okay? So the question is, why the travel experience can help you to have different perspective? Okay, so now I can get the 2 minutes discussion in your group. So try to discuss about this question.
How does what?
The travel experience help you to get a different perspective.
I think knowing different cultures and different places gives me a bigger idea of what the world is. It's like that we're not the only people.
Understanding like traveling places, able to learn that culture.
Sabrina, have you ever traveled before?
Sometimes I would like look at other countries.
You're from here?
Negative, because back home I would think of
And
oh,
what have you
but when I
learned from
came
being
over
here?
here, it's totally wrong.
Apart from what you
Word
learned
is not
at
like oh, back home we think you're better like
what
this.
have you
No, we're
learned
not.
just from
Oh,
being
okay,
with
so I
different people?
tend to learn more and then I respect it.
Have you been like, when you guys travel somewhere, you've been experienced like somebody lied to you for money and you
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
stuff like that?
Yeah.
How did that
How's the environment
help you
different?
to like having different perspective of life? Like,
I guess a perspective of like, not everyone is what they see. Because like, when you go to different places,
Do you think that you've changed
Well, it's
at
the
all
same things.
from being in such a big
Obviously,
developing
what
place?
you do, but like, if you go to like a third world country,
Yeah.
they're probably gonna want money, so
Right.
you didn't get it.
yeah, for sure. That is a very good idea. That's a very good idea.
And that's another way that when I went to Fiji, when I went to visit Fiji,
Have you ever had a similar experience with
we
people?
told him to go to the temple. He like went on a long way so he can get more money. But it's just like $3 just to get there.
Yeah.
But we ended up paying $30.
Yeah, about your residence,
It
you
helps
know,
you like
And even
when
though
people
there's
come to you.
if someone is not convenient,
to be
you
able
can
to
talk.
be
even
honest to you.
Austria-Germany has a bit different ways which is like Italy, right, south from Austria. We always travel that
Okay, so thank you so much for your ideas to share. It was good to see. Okay, so now we're gonna move on for the next discussion part.
Right, so now I want you guys to like share what you have after you discuss, what are the things, what are the ideas that you come up with? Okay, so this group here, what kind of perspective that you find?
Well, Billy showed that in Tonga they would like discuss things or like say things about like Hawaii or just the United States in general. That they would like, I guess, just talk about things that they thought Americans did, but then when she actually came to Hawaii, she found out that we didn't actually do it that way.
Okay, all right. So it's kind of like some people assuming
Yeah.
different kind of thing, which is not happening in that certain places. Great. What about this group?
Well, I guess when you travel, you just get to know people and cultures in a way that you would have never known before. Because you know things in the movies
Right,
And
right.
then you go to that place and it's absolutely different. Or
Yeah.
you learn a language and then you go to that place and you really learn the language.
Right, right. Okay, so cultures, basically just learn language cultures, and this one is like assuming something that necessarily is not happening in that certain places. So now I want you guys to think more about when you travel, what are the things that you expect to learn? What are the things that you want to gain in life? What kind of perspective that you want to gain in life? So I want you to come up with that discussion now.
Well,
Say it again, what was that?
So when you travel, what are the things that you expect you want to learn? Something that you wish you want to learn when you go somewhere different? Language, okay?
Sometimes they have like special places, and you can ask them, and they tell you why are those like sacred, and sometimes they have a story about that thing.
So stories, you want to know about the stories. What about you?
But I think I guess the way people live, especially if you go to outside of the United, like for me, outside of the United States.
Japan.
Okay. Understanding like their way of life, like living. Because I know, is Japan, do they, I don't know, I've never been there, so it's like, how do you guys live? You know?
It's very different.
Yeah.
Yeah, how peoples live, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Eva?
Yeah.
Okay.
You still know my. I want to know like how the food in that country tastes and how to cook.
Oh, food. Okay. All right. So we have language, story, background, how people live, and food. So these are the expectation that you guys want to learn when you travel. How these things affects your perspective. How this thing, I want you to think like, how come this language affects your perspective, like in general, okay?
Sorry, can you explain perspective? Just like
Perspective, like something that you wish, like a knowledge, maybe knowledge or something new that you want to learn in life.
Your perspective is your way of seeing the world.
Yeah.
It's like, almost like glasses, and that's what you look through to see the world. And so if I have glasses that are pink, everything's gonna look pink to me. And if someone else has glasses that are green, everything's gonna look green to them. So we kind of see things through our perspective. And so maybe when I go to Japan, I think, whoa, weird. But when someone from Japan comes here, they go, oh my goodness, this is weird. Because we have different perspectives. Does that make sense, what a perspective is?
Yeah. So I want you to think about that, and Tori will.
Yeah, so you repeat the question that you just asked them. How do these things
Yeah,
that
how
you
did this thing,
mentioned?
yeah, how did this thing that you guys mentioned here affects your perspective? Like how something that you will see differently in life? Because like right now, before you travel, before you go somewhere, your perspective is very narrow. You see things only on your side. But when you go out, it's like you see different options, you see different people, you see different cultures, and that would broaden up your level of thinking and how and why people live like that. So I want you to think about it as Tori will continue the next session.
Okay. Well, we kind of just wanted to review the things that we had talked about. So the first question was, how does travel give you more perspectives? And then, what are you looking for when you travel? So I want you to think about the things that you discussed in your groups and that we discussed all together, and find a way to summarize it in one sentence. So think about how you can summarize what we talked about in one sentence. And then I want you to turn to your neighbor and and share your one-sentence summary.
Summarize everything.
Summarize the whole discussion that we had today.
Okay.
So you don't have to write anything, I just want you to think about, okay, what's the big idea? What you guys are really talking about today.
So it's like how you have knowledge of going outside. You just open up your mind.
No, I just asked that, I don't know the English word for
Can you think
it.
of a
Like
way
this
you
one.
would summarize?
One sentence.
I think I can just call it
Traveling,
Think
we
about
need to realize
Because I would say,
what other
summarizing
what other
traveling,
cultures
have travel, and get to know all those things.
Globalization. Why?
so you can see
and how can I
not just what's in.
And what to do with traveling?
I know.
What to do with traveling? Why do you think globalization has something to do with traveling experience?
What if you know? Robert, you didn't speak today.
All right.
Okay, so everyone, I would love to think about something, the one question that we have. So how this discussion affects to your prospect?
Oh, sorry. I think this discussion helped us understand like how there's more around perspective of traveling. Like there's more than just like the language and the food, but it's like it helped us understand that there's a lifestyle to it in other countries and stuff.
It's like a more broad,
Yeah.
your sites are getting mature.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she's there. What do you disagree with? How this discussion affects your ideas?
I wrote a sentence that said that the niggas have the most considered true beauty of the world.
That's nice. That's smart.
It's my punch.
And it's really good discussion. Yeah, how this affects.
But,
Yeah, more or less the same. Like, you travel, you meet more people, so your knowledge of the world expands and your knowledge of other culture expands. Yeah, it will help you in life.
That sounds good. Yeah, it helps our lives. So that's smart.
Good. So to close up this activity, all of you have traveled to a different country. You know that you have to have a passport, right? And when you go to a different country, they put a stamp in your passport. So all of us are going to be like separate countries, and we're going to visit all of them collecting stamps. So I want you to write your name on the front of your passport and think about what the stamp is that you're going to put in other people's passport. So it's just going to be a really simple little doodle that can represent something about you. Like for me, I put a little star in the shape of a lightning bolt because I love Harry Potter. And it's something that I can do really fast. So write your name and then a quick little symbol that you can use to put a stamp in other people's passports.
Yeah, don't need to make it fancy. Just yeah.
this one bad.
Here.
Oh, I get this
The simple representation.
one. Represent you. Yeah. You can do it yourself.
Yeah. If you want, but the simple one is probably better.
Yeah, super simple so that you can just drop real fast in other people's passports. So now you're going to think about the question, what am I taking away from today's discussion? And you're going to stand up and visit different people and tell each other your answer. And when you give someone your answer, you'll also draw you'll draw your stamp in their passport so that they can collect them. Is everybody clear? Okay. So go find a person in the room and answer this question. Talk about what you're going to take out of today's lesson and how it's affecting you. And then after you share your answer, draw your stamp in their passport. And then they'll share their answer and draw their stamp in your passport. Does that sound clear?
Orange.
Alright, everybody up. You gotta stand up. You can't travel the world sitting down.
I traveled to Hong Kong.
Alright, mingle and talk.
Hong Kong.
I'm gonna do this. Hey, so what did you learn from today?
When I travel out of the country, I use
Yeah, what?
not
Oh,
traditional.
good.
Okay.
I'm gonna draw you. I'm not good at drawing, so I'm just gonna draw you.
So go ahead and draw your stamp in my passport. My answer is that I kind of realized that
Okay, so
it's
one
worth
thing
it
away
to travel,
from
even though it's
today.
expensive. It's
That,
a really important way to learn. Like I'm willing to pay money
I
to go to school,
love
so I should be
being
willing to pay
here
money
in
to travel.
Hawaii, and
Then I'm gonna draw
my passport.
Okay.
So I want to see the world and visit different
Yeah, you're right.
sunsets.
So I think
Right, I said that, people have different perspectives.
I learned
of
that
areas of the world.
traveling is fun.
Okay.
I get to learn a lot.
Okay, so,
Okay, so let me put the sun here.
Hey, Emma. Oh, you first.
for me, I kind of realized that it's worth the sacrifice to travel. Like it's a big cost, but so is like taking a class. Like I feel like I take a class and I learn so much more.
All right, so what I'm taking away from today is sun. It represents my country. I mean,
So what did you take away from
well,
this?
not literally, it's a high and traveling is all and
Awesome.
Okay, everyone. 10 more seconds.
Yes.
I learned that it's worth the sacrifice to travel even though it's really expensive because it's an important learning opportunity.
Yeah.
and how it is. I love to see different sunrise.
I learned to be prepared before I travel.
Okay, everyone.
Hey.
Finish your conversations and go to your seats.
Asha.
And you can hold on to your passport. So if you want to keep collecting stamps in your passport in your own time, you can talk to certain students and keep collecting. Yay! You're a world traveler.